Hi guys, this is Engineer Isaiah YouTube, and I am back once again with another package unboxing video to do for you guys. Now these are actually two things I bought using an Amazon gift card. So these shipped all the way from China, I believe, which explains why it took such a long time for this package to arrive. But at last they're finally here, so I'm gonna put the camera down, and start getting ending this package opened. Today's date is Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. So I'm gonna put the camera down and let's get this package open. Let's get this bad boy open. Aha. Thomas and Friends, the complete seasons 1 and 2. Now, I have always wanted to own these Thomas and Friends DVDs, brand new in their original case of a shrink wrap. I finally have Thomas and Friends, the complete seasons 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Now, on some video, throughout a lot of YouTube videos I watched throughout all the years, I've come to realize that the complete series Thomas and Friends DVDs are exclusive to the United Kingdom. So if I were to watch these DVDs, chances are these DVDs would definitely be in UK dub. Special edition over 2 hours of Thomas. The complete series 1 and 2 of Thomas and Friends are the first 2 complete series that have all the episodes of the first 2 seasons. Now, if we look at season 1 here, we can see that it says 26 exciting stories, and as we can also see here, it says G, which means Film Censor's Office, and I think this means that the show is just rated G. And if we take a look at the back here, it says all aboard for the first ever series of Thomas and Friends. Join Thomas together with his friends Edward, Gordon, Henry, James, Percy, and of course the Fat Controller, which how Thomas earns his own branch railway line. How James has trouble with trucks. And as we can see here, there's the Fat Controller, also known as Sir Topham Hatt, Henry, James, Percy, Edward, Toby, Gordon, Terence, and Bertie. And of course, there's Thomas the Tank Engine right there. And I actually had downloaded a Google image that looks like this. And it also shows Thomas the Tank Engine in white. Oh, I think the U stands for the U actually stands for Universal. Universal. I actually thought it stand for UK, but okay. And the G actually stands for generally. Running time is 144 minutes, which makes perfect sense. Aspect ratio 4:3 full frame. English subtitles hard of hearing. And the Hidden Entertainment logo is right here, VP, EPRC. Now, these are some Thomas and Friends DVDs I have always wanted to own for a long time. I have enough money to buy more complete series if I wanted to, but right now, but I'm actually trying to save my allowance to buy a new electric model. I do actually have enough allowance to buy more complete series DVDs of Thomas and Friends for my Thomas and Friends collections, but for now, I'm trying to save my allowance to buy a brand new line of O-gauge electric model train set for my collection. My train collection, that is. These two are just new additions to my Thomas and Friends collection, which is I've been wanting to get for a long time, and it's actually amazing I finally have the complete series 1 and 2. These are usually exclusive to the UK. And if we look at the complete series 2, we see how it has a more blue color to it, and it has Thomas the Tank Engine right there. He looks like he's in the season 8 form, even though this is the more vintage season 2. I've never owned any complete series DVDs until now. And if we look here, and if we take a look at the back here, it says Special Edition over 2 hours of Thomas, the complete series 2, and 26 exciting stories, G for General and U for Universal. Well, I think that's supposed to be like Rocky in the background, even though he's not in season 2. There's like some cars in the background right there. I can tell that these are definitely vintage. Yeah, this picture of Thomas looks like it could be from a season 8 or season 9 promo. Well, and if we look here, it says it's full steam ahead for Thomas and his friends in the complete second series. Watch Thomas crash through the wall all of the station master's house. Goes missing and manages to be spooked by Percy. It's not only Thomas who is up to tricks as we join his friends, Donald Douglas, Gordon, James, and of course the Fat Controller. And so we got Thomas the Tank Engine right here. Gordon, Henry, James, Percy, Edward, Toby, Donald, Douglas, Bertie, and that's it. That's it. And much like the back of the complete series 1, it's G for General, fit for viewing by persons. Universal, suitable for all. Hidden Entertainment, VEPERRC. Video packaging, review, committee. www.thomasandfriends.com. That's what they both say at the back, and well, these are definitely some complete. I definitely have always wanted to own these Thomas and Friends DVDs. I know for sure that these would most likely be in the original English UK dub because the United Kingdom was the country where Thomas and Friends came from in the first place. These are definitely are brand new and new in their original cases. Factory seal was shrink wrap and never been opened. Okay. There's not much to talk about other than that, though. That these two DVDs each have all 26 episodes that make up their entire series. Both the complete seasons 1 and 2. Ones 1 and 2 will have all 26 episodes each. As a matter of fact, I've been rewatching a lot of the complete series of Thomas and Friends on Prime Video. It has the first 7 seasons in order in the English American dub, the U.S. dub. I meant to say. But unfortunately, for some reason, season 8 is missing, and only season 9 follows was behind on season 7. Hopefully, Prime Video will correct this in the future, and one day maybe all the seasons will be available for free. Available for free on Prime Video. But right now, I know there's only the first 7 seasons and a complete series not on Prime Video for free in the US dub. Yes, dub. And I really do love these pictures of Thomas the Tank Engine smiling. So this is what they both look like from the front, and this is what they both look like from the back. So there's really not much to talk about on these DVDs. Other than that, though, both of them have their complete episodes in the correct order. There's nothing more collectible than a complete series DVDs. I've always wanted to get a complete series DVD for the 2003 anime TV show, Japanese anime TV show, which is called The Galaxy Railways. But I ended up changing my mind about that for a good reason. Hopefully, maybe someday in the future, maybe in a couple of years, I'll get my hands on some complete series Paw Patrol DVDs, which are probably exclusive to Asian countries in countries and cities like Malaysia, or even. But I hope that one. But as a Paw Patrol fan, I do hope that maybe one day Nick Jr. will release a complete series box set for Paw Patrol. From season 1 to season 13. That would be nice. Season 11 of Paw Patrol recently started. Just recently, it came out on Paramount Plus in the United States. For a while, I had no access to the new episodes that were out. But at last, season 11 is finally out. I'm wishing upon a star that hopefully someday Nick Jr. will release a complete series box set for the entire complete series of Paw Patrol. That would be nice. And of course, I would like to get my hands on more Thomas and Friends DVDs. There's really no need for me to put tape on them, as I don't see any holes in their shrink wrap. And it's also too bad that part of the covers are a little off-centered, but that's okay. Okay. And well, before I wrap things up, there are a couple more things I want to show you. Be right back. I'm back, everybody, and I got 3 more things I want to show you. A couple of weeks ago, I bought this at Walmart. Using my Walmart gift card, which I got for my birthday. I bought these 2 Thomas and Friends toys at Walmart using my Walmart gift card. Classic Gordon and this 80th anniversary dummy Henry, which is probably one of those Trackmaster pull or push along toys made by Fisher-Price and Mattel. So, first let me talk about the Classic Gordon. So the Fisher-Price Mattel on Thomas and Friends Trackmaster Classic Gordon features Gordon, and surprisingly he's pretty big and chunky. Yeah, I mean, look at that face. Gordon looks like he's gained a lot of weight. And his express coach is actually pretty short. And as for his tender, it looks like you can actually just take the cola, pull it out, and it's pretty amazing how they decided to have Thomas and Friends celebrate the anniversary. It's amazing how they decided to celebrate Thomas and Friends' 80th anniversary by actually making new Trackmaster trains that would be on the big and chunky side. I mean, this features Gordon, which I believe he runs on like 2 or 3 AAA batteries. His on and off switch is right there, and right there. And I like the way how they designed his wheels and side rods. It is quite detailed. Detailed. And I actually have two more Gordons that are new in their boxes. Except they're both talking ones. This one doesn't speak at all. And if we look here, there's a picture of Gordon's face and the Thompson Friends logo right there. Which, by the way, Thompson Friends is actually getting a new reboot this year. New merchandise should be coming out, and the animation of Thompson Friends is actually changing. Which, they've also updated their logo, and there should be a new Thompson Friends video game coming out soon. Over the past few months, it feels like I've been making a lot of new friends and witnessing other train lovers who all became train enthusiasts because of Tom's the Tank Engine. I love how they made this Gordon look big and chunky. Gordon literally looks like he's eaten way too many hamburgers. Or either he had too much coal. Much coal. So basically, this is an 80th anniversary Thompson Friends product I'm holding, and the reason why they call it Classic Gordon is because it's classic. It's meant to be classic, but this is actually really a modern toy. I've always wished I had the 2007 Hit Toy Company version of Trackmaster Gordon, new the original box, with his green and tan brown express coach with a gray roof. I've always wanted to get my hands on the 2021 Trackmaster 2 Talking Gordon. You know, the one that looks like it has a little bit of damage onto it and interacts with other talking trains. Gordon the number flew. I mean Gordon the number 4 big blue express engine has always been one of my favorite characters. It's really neat to see, really neat having a Trackmaster Gordon like this one new in the box. And this is definitely something I'll be keeping in the box as a collector's edition, because I know a product like this will become hard to find someday. When I went to Walmart and actually bought this was the last one that they had in stock. So I'm very grateful that I bought this one. I also got this Thompson Friends Mattel Collect Action 80th Anniversary edition of Henry. As you can see here, we got Henry renewing his original box, and he comes with a front coupler and fake side rods. He's green, and this shows how his coupling is connected to his tender. I love the picture of Henry too, and that golden 80th anniversary logo. It has literally been 80 years ago since Thompson Friends first started, all because of the Reverend W. Awdry, who created the Railway series that eventually became a popular TV show that everybody recognizes. I'm not gonna read the description from the back. All I know is that it says created by Britt Allcraft, and it says to go to ThompsonFriends.com. This is for ages 3 and up. Meaning that if you are not 3 years old yet, you cannot play with this toy because you have to be at least 3 years old to have a toy like this. Now, like this, it's amazing. I think in these specific if Thompson Friends toy trains are meant to work with Trackmaster trains when you couple them up, Master trains. I love how they design Henry, and this is pretty much the only Henry I have new in the box amongst my Thompson Friends collection. Not to mention that most of the Thompson Friends toys I have, which are new in the original boxes, are vintage. So there's really not much to talk about this 80th anniversary Henry. Other than that, though, anniversary, I do especially like this Classic Gordon that I bought from Walmart. You should probably, if I were you guys, I would think about getting my hands on merchandise like this before it becomes too hard to find. And one more thing I would like to talk about is that's not Thompson Friends related, is this battery operated in a train set which I bought at an antique store ink store, ink store. It was a real bargain. It was only $12. Though it's from the year 2020. It looks more like it looks a lot more like a train set you would find for sale in stores way back in the late 1990s decade. Okay. This time, it's called the Orbit train. Or Orbit train. Orbit train. I can't exactly identify the brand and on this toy train set. All I know is that this highly detailed battery operated train set comes with a highly detailed steam locomotive and tender, a tank car, and a gondola car, some train tracks, both curvy and straight, and I can probably guess that this train requires at least 2 AA batteries, which go inside the boiler. And if we look at the tender, we can see that it says First Grando Product Express, and the number was being 620072. This is a really nice looking train. I actually really like it. It's from the year 2020, but although it looks pretty vintage for a 2020 train set, I even looked online trying to see if I can find this train. It's for sale on eBay. But surprisingly, my mom and I couldn't find a single copy of this train set. And this picture here actually shows that this train is in the background, as the background of buildings and houses and some people are walking there. The only thing disappointing about this train set is that it's really disappointing that this train set does not come with any of those accessories. It's a bummer that it doesn't come with any of those figurines or those nice buildings. That would have been a nice touch to make this battery operated train set very collectible. It looks remarkably similar to my Hunsun Railway always service power train set review. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I meant to say, this cheap battery operated train set that I have new in the box looks remarkably similar to my Hunsun Railway Service power train set, which it's the same shape and same size as this locomotive right here, except it's in different colors and it doesn't have a tender. It's a tank engine, but this one here does have a tender, so this one's a tender engine. There's something about the colors and the way how this train set looks that gives me that nostalgic feeling of the classic old-fashioned and wild western days when back in the day when steam trains were still or running the rails. And if we look at the top here, it's simulating a true style. It will give you an infinite pleasure. Anything is possible as long as you stay true to yourself and never give up on your dreams. Which makes perfect sense if your dream is to become a train engineer and drive a train like this one. I really wish this train set did come with buildings like these ones in the background and toy figurines like this one. That would make this train set a real genuine collectible. Well, I really like. So this is remarkably similar to my Hunsun Railway Service power train set that I did on one of my last videos back in April of 2022. In 22, it also said 22, except which I bought for $7.50. That's a pretty good bargain for a train set. It also says here, brand new appearance, design, high quality product, looks classical appearance, simulating the true style. I wouldn't exactly agree with that because I can tell, judging by the colors and the way how it's easy to tell it's made of plastic, this train set does look pretty cheap. look pretty cheap. But the colors are nice, and it does. Even though this is a modern train set, it does look pretty classic. It looks more like a 1990s train set than an early 2020 train set. Oh, the train set is for, and much like Gordon and Henry, this train set is for ages 3 and up, and requires two AA batteries, which are not included. It also says that the train comes with rail sound effects. The picture of the speaker here shows that it means that the train will make sounds when it moves down the tracks. I don't see a speaker. I don't exactly know where the speaker is. I can probably guess that maybe it's somewhere in the back of this cab, which is where the engineer and fireman sit, and the front of the train is like right here. There is no working headlight, unfortunately, but that's okay. Okay, and I can tell this train set is definitely pretty suitable for young children who are just getting into the hobby of model railroading. It says Orbit train right here, and it also says Rally Pally 20 pieces. I think Pally might be the name of this toy brand that made this train set. This is definitely one train set you probably you can never find on Amazon or eBay. This is definitely one of these train sets that you can't find for sale on Amazon, I believe. Although I could be wrong. Your best option would probably be a certain marketplace, a place that sells cheap toys like this one. An antique store might be your best option, or a garage sale. Or any store or wherever toy trains are sold. It also says specifications, colors, and contents may vary from illustrations. And well, I better start wrapping things up because this video is getting a bit too long. And if we look down here, it says warning: choking hazard, small parts, not suitable for children under 3 years. Made in China, No. A lot of toys that we have here in the United States of America are made from China. Battery operated, brand new appearance. Operated. It's the same information right here, and it also says please retain information, which probably means read the instructions before elections, because of small parts not suitable for children under the age of 3 years, I meant to say. And if we also look at the wheels, we can see that it has 6 wheels. We can see that the engine has 6 wheels, much like Tom's the Tank engine. However, though, the tender itself has 8 wheels. So the tender has more wheels than the engine. The tank car also has 8 wheels, but the gondola car, however, though, has 4 wheels. I can probably assume that the order of the train is the locomotive, then the tender, then the tanker, and then the gondola car. And considering what the gondola car looks like, you can probably put small things on the gondola car, like certain figurines or small pieces of plastic cargo, which would make it fun for children to play with this train set. This is what the front of it looks like. This is what the back of it looks like. You can see the picture is a bit inaccurate though, because it doesn't have. It still has its tender, but the tender is supposed to be behind the locomotive, not behind the coach. And this coach was never included. And also, it's pretty interesting how they actually made it look like that this train is actually on some train tracks that are normally made for HO scale model trains. The back of the box also shows the instructions on how to set up how the railroad tracks are connected and how the train is connected properly. Battery operated. Battery instructions. Only adults should replace batteries. 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 Locate the switch on the bottom of toy. Make sure it is off. Remove all used batteries from inside the compartment. Dispose of used batteries properly. Not on the polarity plus slash minus of the new battery and place it properly inside the compartment. Specifications, colors, and contents may vary from illustrations. This show was a picture of what the train will look like going in circles. This picture shows what it will look like when you have it going in straight track, again curve. There are trees in the. It's amazing how they put these trees in the background, and there are like human beings right there. And these train tracks look like something you'd find on an electric model train layout, but this is a battery operated train. And I'm sure some of you guys might have this train set for yourself, if I'm not mistaken. But this is definitely another train I'll be keeping in the box forever. And even though this is not, this orbit train is not really classic, it's not. Let's see. It's surprisingly hard to find because my mom when I looked online, and we can't seem to find any copies of this train set. So I think this is definitely one of those battery operated train sets you can only get at certain public stores, like maybe a garage sale or an antique store, or any one of those stores where it's one of those outside marketplaces. And I'm sorry that I got a little off topic because this main video was supposed to be focused on these two DVDs. These three, this one and these two were just bonus reviews. And it's about time I start wrapping things up because this video is getting a bit too long. Let me just set everything up real quick. Well, this is pretty much all I have to say about these 5 products. Now, before I go, there are a few things I need to mention. If you're interested in purchasing any of these products, if you're interested in getting your hands on the first 2 complete series of Thomas and Friends, your best option is Amazon. Amazon. If you buy them on Amazon, you should be able to get them for a good price. But it will take a long time for them to arrive at your house because these two shipped all the way from the country of China, I believe, or that it could have been from the UK, since these are as I know for sure that these Thomas and Friends Complete Series DVDs are only available in UK dub. These two, the Complete Series DVDs are not very expensive, which is good for me. And if you want to kind of get your hands on the Thomas and on the Fisher Price / Mattel 80th anniversary Thomas and Trackmaster 2 Classic Gordon and Mattel Collection Henry, and your best option is to either find them at Walmart or Target. Wherever Thomas and Friends toys are sold, you can get your hands on this guy or this one. You can also probably get both of them on Amazon. If Amazon is still selling them. And if you're in the great thing about these 2 DVDs and these 2 right here is that they don't cost a lot of money. They're pretty cheap, and you can get them for a good price as long as you have the budget for them. And if you want to if you're also pretty interested in purchasing this Orbit train set, also known as the first Grand Product Express, your best option is either an antique store, a thrift store, a garage sale, or any stores or marketplaces wherever they sell cheap toys. toys. Please. You can probably find one. You can probably find a copy of this train set for sale on eBay. Maybe if one seller was willing to try to sell it on eBay. You should be able to get a deal on this train set because as this train set didn't cost me very much money. It was only $12 at the antique store. At the antique store. And hopefully, and as long as you save your money, you should be able to get at a good deal on any of these products. Links. These two on Amazon, Target, or Walmart, and wherever you can find this train set. In the meantime, I gotta go now because this video is just a little over half an hour long. In the meantime, thank you for watching, guys. Now I will see you guys next time. And remember that God made you special and He loves you very much. Goodbye.